Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 6:42 a.m. on the 12th day of February 2026. Okay, so I'm in a trade right now. I'm looking at the 2 minute chart. Typically, I bounce between the 15-second and the 2 minute. I've identified the first presented fair value gap, so I'm thinking we're going to go bearish today. I have my plan A. I don't know why it says long. That's wrong. Should have a template that says plan B. Plan B is to go short. Blow that up so you can see it. But before the market opened, I was planning out things, looking over here, did a little pre-market, pre-open trading, and I see that where's 9:30? 8:30. I was looking at it. 9:28. I was looking at. You see the opening 9:30 bell there, and I made my decision to set my plan and my target. By the way, let me show you my target. It's already in place. Target is down here today. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some comments on this as price rolls out. I'm gonna take the lipstick off the. Ooh, excuse me. And then I'm gonna make. I wanted to make some notations on this, but as soon as I start that, it's gonna trigger this switch, and all my plotting out already will pop up again. So I guess I'll stay here. And let me tell you what I'm looking at here. This yellow line is our opening bell. Here at 10 a.m. it's going to close. Okay. After that, we're going to be entering the lunchtime. And right now, I thought I had this coded out already. Is that regular trade dollars I did it? Let's see. I guess I didn't do it there either. So let me code that out. What am I talking about? What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about from 11 o'clock this to 12 o'clock. Okay. That's what I'm thinking now. And I'm going to, let me shorten this. I just want to take it to noon for lunch. Oh, I did do it. It's over here. What's going on here? This is, I had it done already. I thought I did it. So let me remove that. So here's our lunchtime hour, okay? And here's our lunchtime. So I've already got that plotted out, planned for the day. Here's my target. That's where I'm reaching for. That's what I'm believing. What's going to happen today is to go back to the downside. Uh, and we are, what, 10, 12 minutes into the market so far. I'm up 230 bucks, and I'm not worried about that. But I will be not jamming my stops, but monitoring my trade, managing my trade, and make some comments for you guys and suggestions. This is not a signal service. This is a live recording, and by the time I release this to the public, these trades would be over with. So you can't copy my trades anyway. Okay, just a heads up. I'm an educator. I want to help people in my network, my circle of friends, to learn how to trade. So hence I'm recording this. Love for my grandson to learn how to trade. My family members, that'd be great if they take the time and study trading, because it can change their life financially and help them get other things accomplished that they want to accomplish in their lives. But it's going to take some time. It's going to take some study. Just like the Bible says in 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show yourself approved, a workman rightly divided the word of truth. Well, in this instance, rightly dividing the word of truth is the trading techniques, the methods, the framework, the charts, master those, and it become easier for you. Just like anything else, your master becomes easier as you practice. So practice makes improvement, and you can always improve your practice. Okay. I'm going to be putting together also another video for you guys called drilling, just like you do in sports. I used to play football when I was younger, and we did a lot of time practicing before we played on Saturday, right? Just like in high school. Before you have that Friday night football, you practice every day all week. Sometimes you go into the gym, you work on the weights, trying to strengthen your body, you do your exercise, you do your sprints, and then you do your drills for the plays. And typically, we only had about 10 to 12 plays that we had to master. So we practice those same plays over and over again until it's second nature to our muscle memory and our brains, right? So that's what I'm going to put together as a drill for people who are learning how to trade to become more efficient and effective, and to identify things they see that pop up in the market. For example, I had a drill that I was doing was identifying reversal patterns, and here's one that's potentially going to expose itself as a 3-bar reversal, or it may not. But guess what? I'm going to identify quickly. I'm on the 2-minute chart, and my drill is going to give you if you have the access to it in your platform, a 15-second chart. So what that's going to do is train your eye to recognize potential reversals in the market. Why do you want to do that? Well, you might want to add to a position or take away from a position. Whatever you choose to do, it's up to you. But right here's a potential reversal issue. So on a 15-second chart, I did a drill just to retrain myself to identify that quickly. And you'll discover there's different forms or candle patterns that might represent a swing point. It might have 1, 2 candles, 3, 4 candles, and the like. It might turn into a cluster, which also means a area where it starts to range, consolidate, blah blah blah. You can hear different terms and the reasons for that. But in order for you to get a good understanding of that, you need to practice. So on this, I'm back on the 15-second chart, and I'm practicing identifying areas of potential swings. Although I believe in price is going to come down here to this previous session's low, this eternal range, and also this Fibonacci level. Okay, so I have confluence down there based on what I've set up earlier in the pre-market session, which you'll see on this side, and you see some other lines here too. That's just carryover from the previous day. Nevertheless, we're going to continue to monitor this trade. We're going to continue to watch it and see how price develops over time. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be overconfident, but I also want to be managing this trade, because in trading, things can happen in seconds, in milliseconds. Okay, so now we identified this potential reversal area. If it breaks this low, let me annotate that. If it comes below this low, that's our low point. That would be a good sign for me. Right now we have a little break of structure up here, but to me on a 15-second chart, that doesn't mean a whole lot. In case it does, I'm going to reposition my target here, and I'm going to lock in a small piece of the pie. There's 500 there right now. I like to take 50% of that, which is 250, right? Okay, so if I took, we broke that low. So now I'm going to get rid of this, remove that, and you can see me call this out full real time. But again, my target is down here. In fact, I do have a secondary target, so I might just peel off some here. I have a Fibonacci down here at schedule for, actually, if I switch that tool, let me switch that tool because I have multiple. Here's my three take profit best settings, right? So what that's going to do, well, this one's a little thinner. I customized that one, so I hit the third target on that one. Um, so in this one, what's the difference in this one? The points in between are identical. If I'm going to do something consistent like that, then I have another one that I set. It all depends. Let's do. Da, 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 da. Let's do optimal trading to Fib. I think I have one set on that too. All right, so this is my OT optimal trade entry Fib, and that's where this one is here. But I want this balance to account to grow $1,100 in this morning session. I'm at 600, so I want to take half of that. I can either peel off it by cutting some, or just move it here. Maybe I'll be patient. I wouldn't be angry at making $292 in a matter of 30 minutes. Trust me, I wouldn't. But let's see how this develops. We have a few more minutes before the macro hits at 10 and end the opening range. And if I get stopped out early, let me move that to a solid 315, 316. I don't mind making $300 in 30 minutes. Anyway, but I am going to trade the lunch mackerel as well, and I might create a video for that. I've already have a series of videos, which are 4, where I traded every session: the morning session, the lunch sessions, the afternoon session, and the Asian session. I didn't do the London session, so I was just tired of trading. But you don't need to do that much trading to be successful. You can just trade the morning session the first few hours and be done for the day if you have time in the morning. Or whenever you find time, you can pick a session that would fit your schedule and learn to master that session. You master that session with practice and drilling. So I'm going to put together another drill video for you guys, for those who follow me, to help them drill, to practice and improve identifying chart patterns and understanding the time of the day that's important, and the sessions that might be best suited for you. Again, this is Kevin Garrett with Top Down Traders. I thank you guys for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Share this word of knowledge and wisdom with others you like. And let me pray. Father, I thank you for these that hear the word today about trading. And I pray that you put in their minds and remind them that you desire that they prosper and as their soul prospers. And you desire to increase them more and more, them and their children. Bless them in their health, bless them in their wealth, bless them in their spirit. Fill them out with your joy and guide them with all truth according to your word in Jesus' name. Amen. So here we go. We are in 6:53 right now. Again, today is the February 12th, 2026. It's 6:53 a.m. in Pacific Standard Time, 9:53 a.m. in New York, and 2:53 p.m. in London. So wherever you might be listening to this, God bless you. I hope this helps you out to understand how the market works. Now let me go back and recap where we are. The market opened over here. It went down. It went back up. Took out these highs over here. It went back and tested this area, which I presented. Wrote out as the first presented fair value gap on the 2-minute chart. Go to the 2-minute chart so you can see that. And then consolidated a little bit, retested that area, took out any other orders that might have been there, and then it shot down, and that's where we are right now on the 2-minute chart. As I mentioned to you guys before, on the lower time frames, I was trying to quickly identify swing areas, swing lows, swing highs, because you always want to monitor those. Here's your swing high over here on this particular chart, and you want to keep track of things like this. And in another video, I identify a lot of this area here, particularly this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency there that I was taught. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you sharing all your information and wisdom and 30 years of experience with me. I really appreciate it, how you've helped millions of people around the world. Shout out to Michael. All right, so right now we're getting a little clustery. I'm looking at these wicks right here on the 2-minute chart. I'm keeping my eyes on this area right here. We have a fair value gap, which I'm going to identify on the 2-minute chart. And I would call this the second presented fair value gap. Okay, that's what I would call that one. And I'll take that all the way out to the end of lunch, and I will lock it. That's my training there. So as I look at these, I guess Michael would call this a gray pool area. He's got me kind of really peculiar, particular about certain things these days. So I'm going to come out there, go to template, I'm going to go to the 25% all black. I'm going to lock that. And why you might ask, am I doing this? Why did he do that? Well, this particular Fibonacci is set up in quarters, 25, 50, 75, 100. And what that tells me is the strength of the pullback. Okay, it tells me how the momentum may be appearing. And first, as you notice, it went all the way, which I started, which was 100% practically. Then it weakened. It got a little stronger, and then it got a little stronger, then it got weaker. And as we can see now, it already took out that other swing low. So that lets me know an area that we pay attention to. Again, our target is down here. We have to be patient, and we have to be mindful of the time. The macro at 10 a.m. is going to take place in a few minutes. It may have triggered already and told the code what to do. And I was studying earlier this morning and found out the guy who, Jim Simons, he was one of the mathematicians that people studied under, and they started coding stuff. And one of the things they coded was the market stuff. So kind of a good video to watch. He doesn't tell you details. He just tells you his life experience, where he went from MIT to Cal Berkeley, blah blah blah, and studied math and stuff, and worked for the government and studied coding. Nevertheless, we're getting closer to our target. I'm trying to make a decision if I'm just going to peel off three and let a one more run. In order for me to make that decision, I'm going to double check the prior higher time frame and kind of find out how much further could it go, and it can go as far as it wants to, right? It's not up to me. So we can go down to this. It's not a breaker, but it's a about two candle pullback. It's the AM low of the day of the other day. Let me open this up some more if I can read some more. Right now we're talking the previous day's session, internal sell slide liquidity. We're at $1,000 so far this morning in the first 30 minutes, which is not a bad day. And then I'm looking at this other candle pattern over here. Let me open it up some more. I'm just trying to make a decision if I'm going to close. I better do it quickly. And then we have a rejection block here. Is that a wick on there? Can't tell if it's a wick on there. Got so much stuff on here. I'm not sure if that's a wick on that bar or not. But then we can even go down to here. And I can just do a different strategy here real quick. Let me go back down to the 2-minute chart. I'm going to move my stop to here. I'm going to take it to, well as trains. There's another fair value gap on the 2-minute right here. Let me lock that, because if I don't lock it, things will go crazy. So I just moved my TP to 1300, but I'm also going to move this here with confidence, and I'll be happy with 930 bucks in less than 30 minutes. So let's see if we can get the full push, full move. Then I'm looking at this blue area here. Why did I mark that blue area? That was a bullish fair value gap from the other day. It must have been earlier in the session. Let me go to the 30-minute chart again and check and see where we're at. Reset this chart real fast. And double check, triple check, double check, triple check, double check, triple check. We're still checking, we're still checking, we're still checking. We might push down to this rejection block. So that should be a little different here. So I'll move this down here and lock in 1,000 and see if I can get the other 300 bucks here. Then I'm gonna have to move my lunchtime candle. So let's open this up, and this candle's gonna have to go down lower, and I'm gonna have to spread it back out to 1,300, and I'm gonna have to lock it again since we went that far down in price. Okay, let's go to the 2-minute and see what we're looking at here. And now what I'm looking at on the lower time frames are potential areas of a swing. And I've been trying to train myself on the 15-second chart to help me get, I'll take that. I'll take 1100. Okay, so here's a potential swing area. Well, can't get no lower than that. But this, we know we just hit the 10 o'clock hour. It's now 7 a.m. on February 12, 2026. And look like we have a double bottom here, which is an early warning sign to me. And if that being the case, I'll peel off a little bit more, because I'll take this to, thank you, Michael. I was just reminded by a video of Michael's to measure this candle. And let's see if hoping it keeps this upper half open and continues to go lower. Oh, I just got stopped out. All right, thank you, Michael. And that was good trading. That was trading for the day. I don't know. I think I was up $1,000, but it doesn't matter. Now we are in the 10 a.m. macro on the 15-second side, which is a macro I guess you would call it a retracement. So now what I typically do, I'll do something like this, and it's already moved too fast because I'm on a lower time frame. But I would do an order flow check, and I'll take this area here, and go down to here, and I have a template built for this, and it's kind of too late for that. This is a bearish order flow. Bearish order flow. It's like I said, it's too late for that. If I was on a slower time frame, that's something I would do, and I would ride that pullback sometimes, not all the time, back to the 50% of that, sometime to 618. And let me show you how that looks. Let me get rid of some of this stuff and clear the chart up. I don't want to remove all my drawings. Just delete that one. Delete this one. Where's it at? Delete that one. And what I'm going to show you is a pullback. And I'm going to put in my OTE. Okay, so now I would use this Fibonacci. I'm in the optimum trade entry Fibonacci, which is a pullback Fibonacci. Anything above the 50% or even as high as the 78.6. Call this the golden zone, right? So let me change this color. This would be a target area for me if I wanted to do that. An area where I will make a decision if I wanted to get back in the market. Let me do it orange. It's going to get brighter than that. Okay, so that would be any area that I want to sell again. Well, it's in a discount. I mean, in a premium and not a discount. Below the 50% is a discount. Above the 50% of this area here, or this Fibonacci area, is called a premium. So what you want to do is buy high and sell low, right? So it looks like we're going to push up to the 618, or even to the, I'll do this just to show you an example. I'll do a sell limit order of 1. Since it's in the direction of the trend, I'll do 2. And if the price goes up to this area, I'll get a good fill, I'll get a good price, and then I'll target the swing low right here. And let me identify the swing low for you. Sometimes the swings have more than 3 candles. There's something called the power of 3, which is taught by many people that trade. But there's also other types of swing candle looks. So sometimes they become a cluster or a range, things like that. So we're not going to get filled there. Let me let it try one more time. Okay, so I may not get filled there, but anywhere between the 50 and the 618 is a good area for you to get in. I'm going to do a 1 sell right. I'm going to cancel this one, and I'm going to take profit target at this swing low here, which would be another $93. I can go lower, but I have to remember. Okay, so if I went to that Fibonacci, I can go to here too. Now would be a good time for me to add if I was going to add. So let me go ahead and add 2. So I just added 2 more, and that's another $556. If I can capture that, that would be wonderful. And if not, I've already made money for the day, and I don't even have to trade anymore. I'm just going to continue to comment on this trading session here now for the viewers. Again, my name's Kevin Garrett. I'm the CEO of TopDownTraders.com. I need to redo my website, so if you guys have the ability to do that, you can do it with AI now. I might entertain the idea of having another site made. Also, I will be uploading this video to YouTube, so if you want to watch it later, you have access to it. My YouTube channel is Top Down Traders as well. You can find me on YouTube. Also, a Facebook page at Top Down Traders. And I don't always go to social media. Sometimes I get a bunch of junk and spam, and I don't want to spend a lot of my time trying to read comments, suggestions, or people's opinion about stuff, because I have enough stuff to do in my own personal life, and I'm trying to manage my life as opposed to trying to stay up to update with all this other stuff out there in the world. So I just protected $9 position, and they just came and took it back from me. And I should have been looking at this fair value gap here. And now let's see, let me check something fast. Okay, so we have a bearish order flow. That's over here. It's already pulled back to that level. Let me get rid of some of this clutter on the chart, because I really want to take a pause. I did enough commentary and break for the day, and I really want to wait until the lunch hour to start trading the lunch hour retracement. So if you have any questions, any suggestions, any ideas, if something you want to learn about, make a comment. If it's something I want to respond to, I will. If I don't want to respond to it, just know that you can search my videos on YouTube and you might find your answers, because I might have answered that question by someone else, and that answer might be available to you already. Okay, so it pulled back a little more. It took me out. I could get back into this trade and target this other level that I had built out here, but it's 7 o'clock, 7:07. I've already traded for the day, and I'm cool. I don't have to work anymore. I like trading because it gives me freedom. If you want to be able to make some money during the day, early in the morning, get it out the way, uh, it might be worth your while to learn how to trade. Let me give you an example. I'm not boasting or showing off. I just want to show you something real fast. So that's at 22 trades, we made $1,000. Okay, that was just today, and we did it in 30 minutes. Let's say $1,000. Let's divide that by 30. That's not right. What I'm trying to figure out is how much is this $1,000 per hour. $500 an hour if you work the hour, right? So I don't know too many jobs that pay $1,000 in 30 minutes, but trading can. Some people don't make that much money a week, but trading can give you that kind of money. All right, had I not got stopped out because I moved my stop too close, we still would be in profit in the trade right now. But I'm going to be done for this morning session. I'm going to wait until 11 o'clock, and I'll be returning to trade the London. I mean the AM. I mean the lunch session for today. Peace out. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope this helps you. Stay encouraged. And Father, I thank you for those who got ears to hear and a heart to receive. And I pray they receive Christ and that you bless them coming in and bless them going out. In Jesus' name. Love you, love you, love you. Until next time, Kevin Garrett out.